This is a whopper of a game. The total's 56. Chiefs are minus 2.5. Very curious to know, RJ, what was the look-ahead line for this prior to the Chiefs taking care of biz against the Raiders?
This was same line, 2.5.
Okay. I guess the Cowboys kind of laid
it. The Cowboys were so good the week before.
Cowboys essentially got skunked by the Broncos. I mean, look, if this game doesn't have 60 plus points in it, I think it'll be wildly disappointing. And the pathway for that is probably, Pete, for the Cowboys to run the heck out of the ball. Oh, it looks like Pete. Wait, actually, maybe Pete and I are head to head. Who's got the teaser and who's got the Cowboys?
RJ's got the.
I got both.
RJ's got the. He's got both.
I thought it was a typo. Oh, all right. Well, Pete, I'll let you go first. What do you like in this game?
Let RJ go first. He's got the best bets on.
All right, RJ. I got the Chiefs. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Yeah, I can see that Brinson's got the Chiefs. They fixed everything. It was 1 week. They got to play the Raiders, and the offense is now completely fixed. For the last 2 months didn't happen. We can just rule out the whole, first half of the season. Patrick Mahomes is going to win MVP. Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. Brinson's back on board. Are Chiefs a better team? I mean, the market's decided that after 1 week of looking normal that they are. I have more belief in Dallas after how they looked the entire season. They came out of the gate strong, could have beat the Buccaneers in week 1 on the road. And they've been played well ever since, except for that one Denver game. They got caught off guard. Mahomes struggled with turnovers in the first half of the year. Dallas defense has been turnover machines. The Chiefs defenses looks like it's getting better, but is it good enough to limit this lead offense? I don't think it is. I think Dallas wins this game. I think they're the better team. I don't think home field is worth 2.5. So I think there's value taking Dallas plus 2.5, but this is a clear teaser line also. So I teased it up to Dallas plus 8.5, paired it with the Saints. But I would play Dallas money line too. Hopefully we can get 3, but I would play Dallas money line too.
Yeah, I'm on the other side. I'll take the Chiefs. I don't love the Chiefs in this spot, but I also think Dallas a couple weeks ago was just dreadful. I mean, they were awful. And so I worry about that a little bit. It's a tough place to play. I think the Chiefs found something finally on offense by being patient. That was something they had to do. They started working the run game. Then they worked the middle of the field. Then they worked the shots down the field. And I think that worked for them last week. I think the Cowboys defense is a little overrated. I'll take the Chiefs minus the points. And I do like the over. And I know that looks so Petey public, like you say, Brinson, but I can't.
You're the best bet already, man.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna take the over and the Chiefs in the game, but I'm not making either one a best bet.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, if you bet the under on this game, you're not a fun person. I mean, you might win money and it might come under, but like you're rooting against the Cowboys and Chiefs scoring 30 points apiece or somebody dropping 40 on, I mean, like, come on. I mean, RJ, you wouldn't take the under here, right?
You wouldn't take 56.5. You put it 56.5, I'll think about it. Because, I mean, that Chiefs offense, it's been 1 week. So, I mean, they're scoring 14 against Green Bay and 3 against Tennessee or whatever. I mean, that's a team that's really going to come in here and just, start them at 30, and then we'll go up from there. I just don't know.
I saw, hey, Debo, scroll over to, I can't stand how Caesars does the team totals, but scroll over to the away. So it says away. That's where, like, the team total is. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see this. I mean, 26 I love. Move that little slider up to 27 and see what the juice is, because I think 20, if you can get, maybe you can't do 20. Oh no, that's alternate away. Scroll down a little bit, see what Dallas is. 27.5. I'm fine with 27.5 for Dallas. I think they get 4 touchdowns. It's plus money. Or actually, I guess you just bet over 3.5 touchdowns at plus 145. Are they really not scoring 4 touchdowns in this game? Maybe not. Maybe
they should. I mean, we'll see. Chiefs defense has been better, so we'll see if this is, I think, their first huge test. Jordan Love isn't a test, so we'll see if they can keep it going here.
Pete, do you think it matters at all, or is beneficial at all that? And I asked this knowing that Dan Quinn has not been running necessarily his traditional system, the cover 3 stuff, all season long with Dallas. But going from Gus Bradley, like everybody's figured out the Chiefs, and then they immediately get Gus Bradley and then Dan Quinn. Do you think it's beneficial for Patrick Mahomes getting 2 guys who come from the same system?
Yeah, but they're not playing the same anymore. That's one thing. I was talking to a couple people in the league last week, and they said the biggest difference on defense now is that everybody's changing up, and you have to. You have to change up. If you just sit, Seattle did it for so long because they had the great players. If you don't have the great players, they were able to rush with 4. If you can't rush with 4 consistently in the NFL, you can't play cover 3. You can't just play off coverage.
You get picked apart.
Yeah, so I know. I mean, maybe it's a little bit of advantage, but he's faced Gus Bradley his whole career, right? For most of it, a couple of years, 3 years, he faced him in.
I guess so. Yeah, in Los Angeles. No, I mean, I mean, look, like Gus didn't have a great plan, and Adams got smoked on Sunday. I one of the things about the Chiefs defense too, by the way, I thought this was a good note from our research team, sliding Chris Jones inside. Basically, since they got Melvin Ingram and they can rush him on the edge. Chris Jones has lined up on the interior of 62 of 74 snaps featuring Melvin Ingram since week 9. That's 83.8%. And since week 9, Jones has 3 quarterback hits and 7 pressures. The only 2 players in football, interior linemen that is, that have more pressures are Jeffrey Simmons and DeForest Buckner. So Chris Jones getting
By
back.
the way, that had nothing to do with Melvin Ingram. That was happening anyways. He was a disaster as a defense.
Yeah, he just needs to be inside. He's much better inside.
Bad coaching decision, bad thought to move him out there. He's an inside player.
Steve Spags was about to get fired and was like, all right, let's move player who's good at this position back to said position.
And but you're making yourself weak at two of the 2 positions. He's not dominant inside, average at outside.
The other thing sorry, go ahead.
Next up, they're going to put Tyrann Mathieu at defensive end. That's their next. Tyrann Mathieu.
Tyrann Mathieu.
You know, have we talked about this, Pete? This is how John Breach says Tyrann Mathieu.
Tyrann Mathieu.
What is wrong with that?
What is wrong with him?
I know.
Tyrann Mathieu.
I mean, who says it like that? The one injury to watch if you like the Cowboys in this spot, and I do agree that the Cowboys as a teaser is a really good way to go because it should be like if the Cowboys are down 10 and they got the ball, they're going to find a way.
Cowboys in a teaser is fine, I think.
For sure.
I just worry what if they lose by 3 or 4.
Tyron Smith. Just watch Tyron Smith on the injury report. He matters in a game like this. So make sure
he does matter.
If he's playing, that's obviously much, much better if you are a Cowboys backer.